Welcome. Welcome, everyone. It's the first general body meeting of the semester. Welcome to FWIB. If you're new, we're so happy to have you. And yeah, GBM 1, let's do it. So we're going to start off introducing all of ourselves because you might not know us. So to start, I'm Teresa. I'm the president of FWIB. I actually just graduated in December with my Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, and I did my specialization in Women's Studies. I have a minor in Spanish, and I'm currently in the Master of International Business program. So if you have questions about any of that, feel free to ask. And Maddie, you're on.
Hello, everybody. I'm Maddie Unweller. I am your Vice President of Finance this year, and I, no surprise, am a finance major, and I am also a second year. So yeah, if you have any questions about finance or anything about that, you're free to ask me.
Hi, everyone. My name is Olivia. I am FWIB's VP of Corporate Relations. I'm a fourth year, and similar to Teresa, I just graduated with my management degree, and I'm currently in the MIB program.
Hi guys, I am FWIB's Vice President of Marketing, and I'm currently a third-year marketing major.
Hey ladies. Okay. Hi, my name is Jezebel. I'm a second year management major, also pursuing minors in economics and English. So yeah, that's me. And I'm FWIB's VP of Internal Development. That says it, but also.
Hi everyone, my name is Sharina. I am a fourth year accounting major doing a minor in environmental science, and I'm also starting the Master's in Accounting program with the 3-2 at UF, and I am the VP of Community Service.
Hi everyone, I'm Kosha Patel. I'm the Professional Development Director for FWIB. I'm currently a sophomore, majoring in finance and minoring in economics, and pursuing the Master's in Finance degree program. So if you ever have any questions about that or just want to talk, I'm always here.
Hello, my name is Sweta Jain. I'm Secretary of FWIB. I'm a second year getting a degree in Business Administrations with a specialization in Computer and Information Sciences.
Hi everyone, I'm Jeannie. I'm the webmaster for FWIB this year, and I'm a second year marketing major.
Hey folks, I am Angela. I'm a second year information systems major. I'm in the combined degree for information systems as well. I'm FWIB's historian.
Thank you, everyone. All right, so what is FWIB? Our mission is that we're a professional development organization giving women of all backgrounds the tools to succeed and break down barriers in college and beyond that. And we have 3 pillars that are community, personal development, and leadership. And today's pillar is community, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. So joining a committee, those start 15 minutes before our general body meetings. I'd say you could even show up a little bit earlier than 6:15. That way you make sure you get into the committee that you want. And we have 3 to choose from: marketing, finance, and community service. And I'm actually also going to share a poll with you all. And I just want to gauge whether or not y'all would be interested in a sustainability committee. So if all of you would just go ahead and vote on that now, really quickly. There's yes, no, or maybe if you're in another committee or if you have another obligation. So just let us know. I'll give it a minute. And Angela is our honorary sustainability advisor. So if you have any questions about sustainability, go ahead and ask Angela. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of maybes. Cool. Okay, thank you everyone that voted. I'm not going to share the results. Maybe was the winner. So we'll see if we start a sustainability committee. Obviously we'll let y'all know. How do I exit? Okay, got it. Technology. Okay, chair applications. So many of you know about our chair applications, our chairs for finance, marketing, community service, professional development, and internal development. They work really closely with the director or VP leading that position on our e-board, and we'll give you tasks to do. It looks great on your resume. It's a great way to have some leadership experience, get involved. And those applications are opening tonight. I'm gonna post the link on Facebook in our Facebook group. So if you're not in our Facebook group, make sure you join that. And we're gonna have a slide on that later if you need the name. And the applications are closing the night of our next GBM, which is February 9th at 11:59 p.m. So if you have any questions about any of the positions, feel free to reach out to the VP or director for that position, or you can send us a DM on Instagram. You can stay after the meeting tonight, any of the above, and we'll be able to answer those questions for you.
So here at FWIB, we have a point system. So for every event, every GBM, social, community service event, professional development workshop, and fundraiser you attend, you get points. And at the end of the semester, we add them all together, and there are 3 levels. So if you have 29 points or more, you're gold. If you have 21 to 28, you're silver. And if you're gold and silver, you can apply to be a part of eBoard this semester. And we also consider points when we are choosing our chair positions. And also our 3 highest point earners for the semester win a prize.
Yes.
So as Teresa mentioned earlier, this month's value or pillar is community. So community is obviously like a group of people that have something in common or are together for some reason. But the main part of community is that feeling of fellowship or belonging with other people. So of course, the idea of this looks a lot different right now. But honestly, I think it's more important than ever. And FWIB as an organization strives to be supportive and empowering as an environment for all of you, and we hope that you can find your sense of community here with us. One of the ways that we do that is through our socials and different events that we host. So I think Jezebel is going to fill you in on that later, but definitely join us for those, and we can definitely feel that sort of sense of community even in the COVID world together.
And if you want to stay updated with FWIB and connect with us, you could definitely join our GroupMe. It's a place where you can ask for advice. A lot of us are taking the same classes, selling textbooks even, all that stuff. It's a good way to keep updated with us. And one of the main ways I update you guys is through Instagram. I'll post the events we have. The link tree that we have in our bio also has links to almost everything you need, like all the applications that are opening up now, all the events that are happening this week, which we have a bunch. You can find our stuff through there. And if you ever have any questions, it's also a way that you can reach out to me or us and have your questions answered pretty quickly.
Another great way to stay connected with us is through our Facebook group and page. We regularly update you guys on any events that's happening or any GBMs that's going on within FWIB. And another resource you can look at to check us out is on our website. We also update that as well and give you information on, for example, our merchandise or member points. And another thing that we added during the pandemic was we have GBM recordings now. So if you ever miss a GBM and want to look back into something, they are available on our website.
And then something else that is really important is our partnership with StudyEdge. So if you use the code FWIB, 5% of all purchases you make goes to FWIB. And if some of you guys don't know what StudyEdge is, they're basically a tutoring service for college students, really helpful for some of the classes in the business school. So definitely recommend you to take a look at that if you don't know what that is. And then also make sure you follow us on LinkedIn. I regularly post the workshops, PowerPoints after that workshop has concluded. And it's just really cool to look back at that information. So definitely make sure you follow us on there.
So since we don't have dues, you can always buy a member shirt for $15 and you can Venmo Maddie, and her Venmo is right there. You get to earn points for owning both a member shirt and a woman empowerment shirt, which is the one on the lower left, through Gata Ready and through our personal point system. And the woman empowerment shirts are $18. And I can ship both of these shirts for y'all if you need to, but we usually have a member shirt delivery. Like we have one this Thursday, the 28th from 4 to 5 p.m. But if none of those times work for you, feel free to message me or I can ship it for you guys.
All right, so our first, one of our fun announcements is we're actually doing a professional headshot fundraiser this Thursday at the Global Gator, which is that lovely gator statue that you see in the picture there, in case you didn't know. But we're gonna be doing them there from 2 to 4, and we're actually doing 10-minute shifts. So if you are interested, please scan that QR code there, and it's going to lead you to a Google Sheets where you can sign up for a 10-minute interval. It's going to be $5 for an unlimited amount of photos. So you'll look good. It'll be ready for Hevner Career Week, which is the following week, and also Career Showcase, which is the week after that. So we're definitely making sure y'all look good in your LinkedIns. We really want that for you. You can also share this with all of your friends. It's really open to anyone. Just make sure they sign up for shifts. If the QR code is being wonky, there's also the link in the chat. My next update is just going to be that we have Savings in the Swamp coming up in March 4th. I just kind of wanted to plant the seed in everyone's head so you all know there's going to be more updates, a lot more updates coming up, and there'll be a lot of promoting that on Instagram, Facebook, everything you can think of soon. So keep that in mind, but that's it for finance.
Alrighty, everyone. So now it's our community service announcements. So our first community service event is going to be this Thursday from 6 to 6:45. Just so you all know, all of our events this semester are going to be virtual. So for those of you that don't know about Free Rice, it's basically a website where you have little random questions. They're typically really easy and have different topics. And while you're answering these questions, there will be ads on the side. And so that money is used to donate food to other countries in need, and this is mainly managed by the United Nations World Food Program. And then next up, still date to be determined, but we will be having our Wikipedia edit-a-thon again. This was actually introduced last fall by our former service chair, Kyla, so thank you for introducing us to that. And for both of these events, there will be a Facebook event page that will have the Zoom links, and you will also need to make a free account for both. And then I also know that there's a couple of people that are back on campus and might want to do some in-person events. So like I said, it's not going to be hosted by FWIB. You guys are welcome to reach out to these organizations. So Food for Kids are actually looking for people to help deliver food tomorrow. They have there's the link, and I will send the links in the chat right now. Let me see. So Food for Kids helps children that are suffering from chronic hunger that don't have access to food. So they collect groceries and things from supermarkets or other donations and provide those to kids so that way they can have food for the weekends. Bread of the Mighty is also similar. It's part of Feeding America, and it's a large food bank in Gainesville. They also provide foods to other Northern Florida food banks. So they are also looking for people to help organize food, put things on their shelves in their main location. And lastly, there is Current Problems. It's an organization focused on sustainability and the environment. So they do a lot of cleanups around Gainesville and local bodies of water, excuse me. So if you guys are interested in doing that, you can go on their website and they have a little section where you can request supplies. So you guys can go with your group of friends if you guys want, socially distanced. And that is all I have for you.
Awesome. So coming up, we have Warrington Career Week and Career Showcase coming the following week and then the week after that. And so it's really important that we have a workshop on preparing for that. With things virtual, it is a little bit interesting to see how we navigate through that, especially even signing up and registering. So I will go through all of that on Friday from 4 to 4:45, and the Zoom link is already on the Facebook event page. And then our name tag fundraiser, if you have already ordered it, that has been fulfilled and ordered, and so you guys will get those soon. But I am opening up another round for those of you that did not know about it. These professional name tags, I actually have them here. They come in blue. I don't know if you can see that. and they come in white. So whichever one you want, you can get it, and it's really professional, and I think it's really good to have, even in a virtual format. So the payment information is on the form, and you just have to Venmo or Cash App, and yeah. And then this is kind of based upon the feedback we got last semester about wanting to kind of show more opportunities for freshmen and sophomores. And so I just put the dates there for Warrington Career Week and Career Showcase so that you guys are aware of that. But PwC is having some upcoming events. I will actually put the links in the chat, but on February 4th at 3, they're having a tech talk. So kind of talking about how technology has impacted society and how that is impacting their firm as well. And then on February 10th at 5 p.m., they're doing a summer leadership info workshop. And so that you can see there's some requirements. You have to be eligible for January or June 2020 internship, which means you essentially have to be a sophomore or junior. But it's still really cool and beneficial to know about. But I'm going to put those links in the chat.
So this is something new that FWIB is doing. We're putting together a resume book, which is pretty much if you scan this QR code or go to this bit.ly, you'll be able to upload your resume, and we're going to be giving these to our corporate sponsors. So it's a great opportunity for you to get your resume in front of the eyes of recruiters. I would definitely take advantage of that. So I'll also throw this link in the chat, or you can scan the QR code.
All right. So similar to what Kosha was saying, we had feedback and you all spoke and everyone wanted Among Us again. So it's happening tomorrow from 6 to 7 p.m. And then our second social is going to be next Wednesday, February 3rd, also from 6 to 7. We're going to be making vision boards that you also all dictated on the feedback. So we listen. We like your feedback. We appreciate it. Oh, and both of these links for Zoom will be on our Facebook page as always. So yes, if we can now, mentor and mentee applications open tonight. Similar to our chair applications, they're going to close the night of our next GBM on the 9th. I'm also dropping the links in the chat right now. Look at our lovely mentors and mentees. You should definitely apply. If you have any questions, as always, you can ask me, but I think it's a great program and I think you should all apply. So that's that. And now to our FWIBtivity. If you're new, in case you didn't know, every GBM will have a little icebreaker. We call them FWIBtivities, and today's is scavenger hunt. So essentially what you're going to do is there will be a couple prompts that our e-boards in our breakout rooms will dictate, but you're just going to find an item that represents the prompt. It'll make more sense once you hear the prompts, but if you don't want to get up or if you don't want to you have nothing around you, you can always also find a picture on your phone. But if you can get up, I say you should, because that makes it more fun for everyone. So that's all once Teresa opens the breakout rooms.
All right. Hi, guys. Welcome back. So today for our speaker, we're going to have Sarah from Geico. So Sarah, feel free to take over, share your screen, do your thing.
Awesome. Good evening, ladies. Thank you all so much for having me. So I'll leave this slide up for just a moment, but while I do just my introduction, because I think the slide is fabulous. So, but my name is Sarah Bonney. I am a college recruiter at Geico. I've been with the company for 8 years now. I started right out of college. I didn't know what I wanted to do or where I wanted to work at, and had a friend that worked at Geico, and she recommended me, and so I didn't really know what else I wanted to do. So I decided to give it a try, and I landed at Geico in a very entry-level position, actually in our customer service department, just helping customers with their policies and so forth. And I did that job for almost about 2 years, and then a position came open in the hiring team. And I was asked to help out on the hiring team, and then a position came open on the hiring team. So I applied to that position and got the opportunity. So I've been in hiring since, and I've been a college recruiter for 3 years now. So I love opportunities like this to truly just speak with you all. I am certainly not a stranger to FWIB. I don't know if anyone is still in the organization that may have remembered me. If so, that's great. So great. I don't really see you, but it's great to see you again. I love coming to these meetings and hearing you all what you're doing and your advocacy for the community and leadership and being able to give back and help one another grow and give back to University of Florida. And I just think it's such an amazing opportunity. And I love the slide that you all want to do vision boards. I actually did a vision board activity in Heavener. I don't know if anyone is in the organization who participated in that. Of course, it was prior to COVID, but it was really amazing. We had so much fun. And then, of course, just hearing all of your involvement. So that's so amazing. I love your 3 pillars that you all stand upon and are embrace: community, personal development, and leadership. So the positions that I recruit for, these are things that encompass these positions, or one that character that one would have, or skills and qualities that we're looking for people to grow, to come and grow with us. We do have an internship position. So our internship is during the summer. It's a leadership internship opportunity. It's a paid opportunity as well. It's an amazing internship opportunity. It's very general. It's called a business summer leadership internship. So I'll actually note my email address right here in the chat so that you all can have that as well. So please feel free if you want to talk to me a little bit more about the internship, we can chat about that. And then of course, full-time positions. So just a little bit about the requirements for the internship, because that's one, of course, I get a lot. So the requirements, of course, are a 3.0 GPA or better, and it's juniors. And so candidates would have to graduate by May 2022 at the latest, or December 2021 at the earliest. So basically juniors, that rising senior level. So the 3.0 GPA, graduating with those by those dates. And then of course, someone who's wanting to grow. You don't necessarily have to be you don't have to be a business major. It's a very business general internship, but you're working on real business challenges. It is in Lakeland. That's our regional office for the state of Florida. So we have a big building there. And yes, we are certainly hoping for it to be in office. We're actually planning for it to be in office during the summer, starting in June. So paid, amazing internship opportunity. Feel free to reach out to me for that. And then of course, the full-time position is our management development program, which is also a leadership opportunity as well. That one, of course, is once you graduate, still GPA of a 3.0 or better. So if anyone's looking to graduate by May of this year, if you're interested, feel free to reach out to me. We can talk about that. And then if not, just feel free to keep my email. If I can help you with a resume or with any type of professional development questions or helping you with mock interviews, please definitely let me know. One thing I also wanted to touch on is the eBoard ladies spoke about share applications, and they mentioned that looks great on your resume. It really does. So really get involved. Like this is, if you're new to FWIB, this is an amazing organization. It really, really is. So get involved, go out and do these things. And if they need help, out there taking the headshots, go sign up to do that so that you can network with each other, and then you can kind of grow with each other and then help each other so that you can get to that next level and get on the eBoard, because I think that's an amazing opportunity. When I look at resumes, especially for the leadership, that's what I recruit for, my leadership opportunities. I'm looking for leadership. I'm looking for someone who worked hard, not only worked hard in college, but also was able to get involved and to give back to the community, and also to be in an organization and be on an eBoard and have a role and also do very well with that. I know one of the ladies mentioned that, right now, especially with the pandemic and of course, trying to figure out how you can kind of get involved in working in the community. I like to kind of think of it that, yes, it's very important. You think, well, how can I go and work in the community or give back during this pandemic? I just kind of think about it, right now, yes, we're, the term, the coin term was social distancing, but we're really not social distancing. We're physically distancing. We're not supposed to be, we're supposed to be 6 feet apart. So more physical, but you can still be, socially engaged and getting involved. And of course, making sure you're protecting yourself and so forth. But I think it's super important to continue to get back in the community and so forth. I'll go ahead and share my screen now. Just a few things that I wanted to share with you, of course, with the theme tonight being community. I wanted to just kind of walk you through what Geico does in terms of our culture. So of course, these are just some pictures of some associates at Geico. So we have a Geico Cares community. That's actually our philanthropic community. So Geico loves to give back. We are all about giving back to the community. So Geico actually even pays their associates to go and give back to the community. If someone wants to go and work with a nonprofit organization and they're doing an event, they can actually take time off to do that and be paid for that. So I think that that's amazing, and also speaks to Geico's culture and the belief of embracing and giving back to the community. So within our Geico Cares committee, it's a philanthropic community committee where we go and we work in the community and we give back. Partner with so many different organizations, and the ladies were talking about name tags, and I remember I can't remember, maybe spring semester of 2020 or 2019, I can't remember, but I actually sponsored the ladies' name tags for FWIB. So that was very awesome for me to do, because I mean, you all work so hard, and I think that that's wonderful to have professional name tags. And the young lady mentioned that even though most things are virtual, yes, it's very important for you to still have one. I actually have mine on tonight as well, and you can't really see it. So I think it's amazing. So definitely, if you haven't received, or if you haven't signed up to get a name tag, sign up to get one. So these are just some things that we do. We go out in the community. Of course, with COVID, we haven't really been able to kind of do what we do in the community, but we've still been able to give back. I know with Christmas, we were able to find an elderly person or a child in need and kind of pick a name or a person from our angel tree. We receive links and go and purchase items that they wanted. Most elderly people just wanted a warm blanket or some slippers. And so that was amazing for associates just to kind of give back. It was really easy too, just with the click, we were able to go and shop that item for them. So Geico is really, really heavy in the community. And in fact, I'm going to now direct you to our website. This is my screen is paused. Can you all see? Let me see, resume share. Okay, hopefully you can see it now. Sorry about that. Let's see.
We can't see the website, so we're on the PowerPoint right now. That's where you are.
Every time, let's see. Okay, because every time I minimize that, it goes away. So it looks like it's doing good now, so I'll leave it here, the website. So yes, this is our geico.com website, and under information, there's a community piece of it. And you can go here and take a look at our efforts. And it's interesting, the little poll that you ladies did in the beginning about sustainability. So we, of course, Geico has, we encourage green efforts. So we have the big committee about that, and environmental safety and pollution prevention. So I thought that was amazing that was kind of brought up. I know many of you said maybe to it, but maybe really think about that. Maybe you said maybe because you're not really sure what it involves or what it entails or what it really is about. So speak to your e-board ladies and figure out to see if that's something that you all definitely like to kind of partake in and experience, because I certainly think it's a great opportunity. We volunteer or we raise money for the Children's National Hospital, where we've raised $3.4 million for the hospital. So we do a lot, as you can tell. So I just wanted to show you all our page here. But if you have time, definitely check it out. You can go and you can click on the different pieces of information. And this right here are different videos about our Geico Cares Committee that I had
having a little trouble seeing. If you could reshare
Can you see now or no?
No, I think you maybe just shared the specific like PowerPoint application.
Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. All right, let me X out of that. And okay, so, okay, it just requested a new share. I'm so sorry about that. Let's try that again. Yes, it requested a new share. That was interesting. I didn't see that before.
All
so
good.
New share, can you all see now?
Perfect.
Can you see now? Okay, good. I'm so sorry about that. Thank you, Olivia, for stopping me. So yes, so this is the where I was sharing with you, but you can scroll down and take a look at our different efforts and different areas of giving back in the community. And I was sharing with you that right here, you can check out videos, and that was these videos here will talk about our Geico Cares Committee and what we do with that. So then here we'll tell you about the Children's Hospital and which we give back to in DC. So many different things. I'm really scared to go to this next page, but it'll tell you all about that as well, what we do, fun and games and participating. So I encourage you to go to our website and check that out. You can take a look at the different career opportunities that we have. We have so many. I know that some of you are like, well, I didn't, go to school to work in insurance. I said the same thing, but Geico has so many different careers. It really does. The company really does. And it's really a great opportunity. So of course, starting 8 years ago, I had no idea that I would eventually end up in hiring. It certainly wasn't a plan. It really was just a job at the time. But I landed here at Geico. So, and I love it. I love the opportunity, especially within this pandemic. Unfortunately, a lot of companies had layoffs and they had to furlough some associates, and it was so very unfortunate. And luckily fortunately, Geico did not have any layoffs. We have not had to lay anyone off. And in fact, we are hiring like crazy now. So it's really good too to be able to provide opportunities and to people in need and who may have lost their job, and to give them hope and to kind of help them kind of restructure their lives and be reinvigorated to find a career and build upon a career. So that's really about it. But if I'm going to leave it open for questions now, I know you ladies have had a long day. You had so many classes, and most of you just have probably listened to your instructors all day on these virtual videos. So I certainly don't want to bore you, but I want to open it up for whatever questions that you have, so I can specifically answer those questions. Whatever you want to talk about, just let me know. And I'll stop share here as well.
Yeah, so for Q&A, we're going to use the raise hand function, or you can put your questions in the chat. To raise your hand, you're going to go to the bottom of your screen, click on reactions, and click raise hand. So feel free to do that, or just type your question, whatever works. Madison has a question. You can unmute yourself.
Hi, thank you so much for speaking with us. I just had a question about like what your experience has been with the Geico community. Like what have you participated in?
Oh yes, Madison, thank you so much for that question. That's a great question. So I love, that was actually one of the most important things to me in the interview process at Geico. I love giving back to the community. So I had, that was one of my questions in the interview, is what all opportunities do you have to allow me to give back to the community? And the manager kind of walked me through some things of what they did, more so with the United Way. At that time, we did not have the Geico Cares Committee. But he did talk to me about the hope of and kind of getting involved in United Way and so forth. And then, so that was important to me for him to share what Geico does. And then Geico Cares came along. So I have been able to participate in our Special Olympics, which was really amazing. Yeah, we participate with them, and we go out and we do different type just of the Special Olympics with the young people. We go out and we play kickball, things like that sort. It's really fun. I have also helped package meals for Kids Pack organization, just like one of the links, I can't remember who put it up, but one of the links where they're packing meals or something, they're doing something with food, one of the organizations, this organization was similar. We pack meals for children who basically come home to an empty refrigerator. So that was very rewarding as well. We went with the Gecko and we did that. Our interns actually were able to participate in that as well, because all of our interns do participate in a philanthropic event during the summer. So I've done that. Oh my goodness, what else? have I done the meals I volunteered with it's an organization called VISTI. It's a local organization where we take around meals to prepare or give to people in need for Thanksgiving. So we went and we handed out meals to them. We had different shifts as well. So that was really rewarding. And then of course, being able to participate in the Angel Tree. So I love that. And that's just at Geico. Outside of Geico, I don't know if you all are familiar with the Best Buddies organization, but that is my favorite organization to volunteer with. I absolutely love that organization. It's so fun. I'm very involved with them. I do presentations for Best Buddies. And then of course, St. Jude to participate with them, and then some other organizations. One is more of a foster care organization that I give back to as well. It's very near and dear to my heart. So I love that question. Thank you. I can go on and on, but those are just a few.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, Madison.
Let's see what other questions we have. Again, you can raise your hand or put something in the chat. Okay, Celine, you can unmute yourself. I hope I said that right.
Yes, you said it right. Hi, I was wondering who makes up the Geico Cares Committee? Is it employees? Is it like someone has the job to direct it? Like what makes that up?
That's a great question. So we have a coordinator. So we have a coordinator and then we have a manager, but managers typically manage the events and they go out to these events, but associates sign up for them. So associates go and help out with the event. So it's the associates, the managers, and then we have a coordinator that coordinates the event as well. So it's mainly our associates. And what happens is there's an event coming up, then the coordinator would be more in our common area. So this is of course prior to COVID. She would be downstairs in the cafeteria area where people are playing pool tables and ping pong. And it's a really high traffic area where people are going to the cafeteria and back and so forth. So she would have a table set up and then she would be out there. She would explain the organization and what date it is and the time. And the associates will stop by the booth. And then of course, emails would go out. So right now, they're mostly sending out emails about different opportunities and so forth, about virtual events. And then that's how associates will get word of it and then sign up for it.
Thank you so much.
So it looks like
you're welcome. Yeah, so what can freshmen and sophomores do to best prepare themselves for applying for the internship? So that's a really, really good question. So I would say build your leadership up, continue to build your leadership, continue to get involved and keep your GPA up. And then of course, if you want to, practice or you want me to look at your resume, feel free to send me an email. So I would say definitely that it's more of professional development for freshmen and sophomores. So just continue to get involved. Now, I always tell students there's a thing, or there's such thing more so of quantity versus quality when you're speaking of involvement. So it's one thing for a student to say, hey, look, Sarah, you told me to get involved. I got involved. I'm in 25 different organizations. And then when I go to speak to them about it, they don't know much about the organizations. They don't attend the meetings, or when they do attend the meetings, they're there and then they leave. So it's just really no quality of that involvement in the organization. It's not something near and dear to them that is really developing them, versus just saying, hey, look, I'm in 2 or 3 of these organizations and I hold I'm on the e-board, or I'm doing this, I'm a mentor. Like those are things that really will help you stand out on your resume. That mentor and mentee, FWIB has everything. It really does everything that I spoke to you all about: the community piece, the chair piece, the mentor, mentee opportunity. Get involved. And that's what I say, utilize your board, utilize these ladies and have them to help you get involved. So everyone should apply to be a chair in the mentor mentee. Oh, that's what someone, okay. I thought that was a question. So yes, that's a great question. So, and I love that sophomores, and I love seeing sophomores and freshmen and sophomores really trying to figure out what they can do early, because sometimes I meet these amazing seniors or juniors and I ask them, what have you done, while you've been in college? And they're telling me that in high school, they were vice president basically of the school in high school. But when they got in college, they just dropped off the map. They didn't do anything. They just attended classes. And I get it. College is hard. It's tough. I received my bachelor's and I also have my MBA. So it's tough. I get it. But still, if you want, especially if you want a leadership position, you have to start showing those qualities in college.
Absolutely. So if no one has any other questions, I actually have a question. So Sarah, what would you recommend for any advice or anything about people applying for internships or jobs in this virtual environment? Any tips or tricks?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love this question too. Oh my gosh. Hopefully I don't spend too much time on it. So absolutely. So again, so LinkedIn, another amazing thing, ladies, please go get your headshot. Go get your professional headshot done. Even, if you don't have $5 or so forth, reach out to someone, ask them to, donate or something. That's so very important. Or speak to the ladies to see what you can maybe do. It's I think that's an amazing deal. $5 to have a beautiful headshot on LinkedIn. Go create a LinkedIn page. Go get connected. Go make introductions. I was helping a student, and she had told me, she said, oh, I applied a position I applied to this position and I really want this marketing position and I really, really want it. And I was like, have you reached out? Have you got on LinkedIn and have you reached out and have you connected and networked? She's like, well, I don't really know who to network with. And I said, well, you go to that company and then you look at the different managers. And she said, okay. And she went and she said, oh my goodness, I went and I found this manager. And I said, okay, this is what you email him. You make the introduction, then, hi, I'm so-and-so. And then you, of course, you're sending a friend request or a connection request rather. And you're saying, hi, I'm so-and-so. I came across your profile. I really actually have applied to a position, the marketing position that she's applied to. And then ask him you see that he's a manager at the company. Ask him for any advice or tips that he may have because he's went through that process too, and ask him for any tips and advice and let him tell you any tips or advice. And let him know that if he doesn't have it, then how can you, maybe he can refer you to someone that had some tips and advice for you. So, and she did that. And she called me and she said, Sarah, you would not believe the guy is actually the hiring manager for the marketing position. And he said that 200 people have applied to the position and he is moving my name up to be one of the first that he interviews. So she did. She got the first interview. She had her second one today, and she called me crying, saying she cannot believe how promising it seems. And I was just so happy for her. I don't know if she got the job or not, but all because she networked and she wasn't afraid to get out there. And sometimes it is, you don't really know what to say or so forth. And but just be natural. Greet them. Ask them to connect with them, and maybe something that you saw on their profile. Hey, I see that you've been with XYZ company for 30 years. That's amazing. I'd love to talk to you a little bit more about it. And then the worst that they can say is, no, thanks, I don't have time for you. I don't want to talk to you. And then you just move on, or you can kind of be a little more persistent or reach out to someone else that they're connected with. LinkedIn is amazing. So that would be one thing, especially in this virtual world, utilize the LinkedIn. This also the resume that you can update your resume and send it to the ladies of on the e-board, and they're going to send it to the employer partners. That's amazing, because these employer partners, all companies do. They're looking at resumes. I actually utilize the resume database book. I can't think of it, resume book from GatorLink. I utilize that. I go through there. Some of you may have already received a message from me. So utilize that. And then when you have opportunities to have an interview, you want to make sure that your connection is good. You have a good signal, so a very good strength, that your background is clear. And you want to if you're able to kind of figure out how to maybe make a solid background, that's amazing. But you want to make sure that it's not distracting to the interviewer. And then you want to practice, even if you want to maybe log on or have a friend log on Zoom with you or one of these virtual platforms, and just practice that practice your tone, maybe hand movement, if the camera, move around the camera, whatever it is, so that you can kind of find that perfect angle. Even sometimes it's hard looking at someone in the computer because your face is down here, but you're really looking at the computer, the camera up top. So, so you're kind of playing those things out to get comfortable with being in front of a camera, and then being able to, I know it's, you know, it's kind of hard, but they also need to feel your energy about the position. And then be knowledgeable about the position. That is extremely, extremely important. I cannot tell you how many times I've asked candidates, you know, tell me what you know about the management program. And they're like, oh, I really don't know nothing. You reached out to me so quick, I didn't have time to look it up. Well, that's not really an excuse. So now this is a leadership position, and now you're already deflecting blame on me because I reached out to you so quick now that you didn't have time to do research on the job. So that's already not going to go well so far. So those are some things that I would say. The last thing that I think a very, very important point, and I'll end with this point, is that some companies do use, so all companies basically use an ATS, most of them do. An ATS is an automatic tracking system. And most companies, kind of their resumes are filtered through that database, and they're filtered through there before they even have a chance to speak with a human, or a human gets to see them. I hand touch all of my resumes for all of my candidates. We do use the ATS system, but that's more for like changing step statuses, managing candidate flow. It's not for the system to determine if I'm going to interview a candidate or not. So I would say, and it's a very, very important point, you might want to look up an ATS compliance. So look up ATS resume compliant, so that you can see if the system is going to throw your resume out or not based upon the compliance of an ATS. So that's a really, really good point, because some companies, if your resume maybe it has colors on it, or it has, I don't know, if you look at different things and maybe it has maybe a coding on it or something, might not go well with that ATS system, and it can be rejected all before you meet someone. But I know it's kind of hard for you all to tell as well if a system does that or not, because I don't do that. My system doesn't do that. I hand touch all of my resumes and all of my candidates. So, but I would say just be very cautious of that. If you feel like you're not getting calls back at all from anyone, reach out to the recruiter on LinkedIn. Find them, go find their name, especially when companies have the position open, it has like the hiring manager, and say, hey, you know, I've been applying, I'm really interested. Can you give me any feedback? Maybe they'll go back and look, and they've never even seen your resume because it maybe have got thrown out or something through that database. So that's my final point. I love that question, Olivia. I can go on, but those are some main points that I would say.
Amazing. Thank you so much. That's all we have time for right now. But everyone, Sarah's put her email in the chat. Definitely take advantage of that. That's such a great resource to be able to connect with a recruiter, especially if you're interested in the positions that they have to offer. So Teresa, you can take back over to close things out, but Sarah, thank you again.
Thank you, ladies.
Yes, thank you, Sarah. I'm resending your email in the chat because, oh wait, did someone else just do that? That's so funny. Oh my gosh, Sharina also did that. Anyway, if she gives you your email, if a recruiter gives you their email in general, use it. That's what Sarah always says, and that's what I'm going to say to y'all as well. All right, Jeannie, take it away.
All right, so something that we consistently do in our meetings and make sure to really express is that we would love to hear your opinions and all your feedback. It really means a lot to us if you scan this QR code and just offer your insights into how we can make our organization better. We do read through all the comments and we do implement a lot of the suggestions that you guys have. So if you guys are willing to, go ahead and fill out the feedback form.
All right, that's it, everyone. I know a lot of people have headed out already, so if you have to go, go ahead. If you want to stay after and ask us questions on anything, you can do that as well. But we'll see you at our next meeting on February 9th. Thank you.